Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're going to go through a beautiful full body, very needed stretch together. All you'll need before I sit down, I have not prepared myself, is either a strap or a towel, or a yoga strap, a towel, or a resistance band works fine. And if you do like to prop yourself up in that seated position, grab yourself some blocks or a cushion, pillow, whatever feels good for you, and make yourself into a beautiful seated position. Okay. Take a moment. Maybe this is beginning of your day, end of your day, after a workout, and just take a pause. We don't pause enough in our days to just find that stillness, connect to the breath and body, and simply just be. So as you do that, close your eyes, maybe connecting with your breath a little bit, relaxing the shoulders down, trying to drop the chin slightly towards the chest. You elongate the back of the neck. Maybe it's checking in with the pelvis, seeing how that's feeling for you in this moment, and just taking a couple of inhales and exhales. Maybe you need to sigh it out through the mouth to really let go and release. Or maybe it's simply both through the nose to just slow it down. Good. On your next breath in, shrug those shoulders up towards the ears. So you're going to create that tension. And then as you exhale, press them down. Good. We'll do that 2 more times. Big breath in, drawing those shoulders up. Exhale, release them down. Good. 1 more time, big breath in. This time, as you release the shoulders down, drop your right ear towards the right shoulder. Exhale and release that down. Good. Holding there, taking that top of the right hand to the top of the head. Left fingertips can come towards the mat beside you, or you can take the back of that hand towards the low back and breathe into that side of the neck, the left side, into that shoulder. Take a big breath in there. Oh my goodness, that feels good. And then slowly return the left hand towards the left knee, right hand towards right knee. Roll that chin down right towards the center of the chest and just let the head hang out there for me a moment. Good. Take a big breath in, look all the way up. So opening the front of the neck now. And then exhale, lower chin back towards chest. Good. 1 more time there. Big breath in to look all the way up. And then reset into neutral neck position. Okay, draw that energy up and in, shrug the shoulders, breath in. Exhale, left side, left ear towards left shoulder as you exhale, left hand towards the head, right fingertips beside you, or taking that back of the hand towards that low back. Oh my goodness. And the more you realize you wiggle those fingers over towards the left side, you're going to feel a nice deep stretch in through that into that shoulder and into that side of the neck. Ooh, we breathe here for 3, for 2, and then slowly release. Right hand back towards right knee, left hand back towards left knee. Drop your chin down towards your chest. This time coming into more through the spine. So as you look up, breath in, pop the shoulders up and involve the rest of the spine. Exhale to round. So seated cat and cow. Feels good. Breath in, pull it all forward, taking your gaze up nice and slow. Exhale to tuck the chin and round. Good. We'll just do 1 more of those. Big breath in on your own breath. All the way up. Good. Exhale to round. Hold those hands towards the knees. Anchor them there. Keep in that rounded position. See if you can create a bit more space. Dropping the chin towards the chest, tucking that tailbone under. Take a nice big breath in right there. And then making your way back through center. All right, let's get into the side body here. Drop the left hand down beside you, right arm reaches up and over, and then take it over to the other side. So just flowing here, taking your time, pressing those sitting bones into your mat. So as you come over, try not to shift and lift the hips. See if you can leave those hips neutral to if you're on blocks or on your mat. Just getting into that side body. The next one you're over, doesn't matter which side, hold there. You're rotate that chest upwards, and then exhale, rotate it downwards. And you're reaching those fingertips as you make that movement. So opening up chest, shoulder, exhale, rotate. One more time there. Big breath in. Good. And exhale. Rotate down. Good. Taking it back over to the other side. Whatever side you're going towards, reaching that arm up and over, and then open up on the breath in. Exhale, rotate down. Good. 2 more there. Breath in, open. Exhale, lower. Last one here. Open it up. Exhale, reach. Oh, so good. Coming back into your center seated. Okay, if you were propped up on something, just slide those out, shift them out of the way, and you're going to come into 90-90 legs. So what does that look like? Get these right out of the way. There we are. Heels are going to come out nice and wide. Hands are behind you to support you. And we'll just drop those knees from right to left. Once you do your first drop over, you can check out that those legs are in a good position and a good formation. So that 90-90 in the ankles, in the knees, and in the hips. That's what we're going for. Okay, the next time you're over to your left side, you're going to come on out of that back position. So taking those hands away. We're going to frame with our fingers towards the mat, that front left leg, and we're going to just draw circular motions to the right, circular motions to the left. So you are feeling out the hip, and we're trying to maintain that left shin contact with your mat. So that nice circular motion. Good. One more time. Slow and over. Good job. Okay, from here, we're going to take the left forearm behind us. I'm going to just rotate myself a little bit. So your left forearm is going to come down. We're going to open up that right top arm, breath in, exhale, and rotate underneath. So we're getting that nice thoracic spine as you stay in that 90-90 with the legs. We're going back to that 90-90 in a moment. Do one more big breath in, open chest, shoulder, and exhale. Good. Come right back up. Fold forward over that left leg and hold. Okay, so some of you guys might be able to take those hands forward. This is like modified pigeon. Just having those hands on near the foot and near the knee is perfect. Trying to fold with a flat back. So think of proud chest and shoulders. We're not hunched over and rounding, long spine, taking that big breath in right there. Ooh, pressing that shin down, exhale. Do that one more time. Big breath in. And exhale. So good. Okay, come on back up out of that windshield wiper those legs from right to left again. And just noticing how that felt for that left side. We'll do that whole series for the right as well. So the next time you are over to that right side, staying in that 90-90, come on out, fingertips towards foot and towards knee. And again, ooh, noticing the difference from right to left. Doing that nice circular motion around to the right, around to the left, taking your time, noticing how that feels, pressing that shin in towards the floor. Good. One more time, whatever direction you are going. So good. And then take that right forearm back behind you. Take a breath in, sweep that left arm open and back. Exhale to wrap underneath and rotate. 2 more there. Big breath in. Open up. Exhale to wrap and reach. So good. Last one. Big breath in. Open. Exhale, wrap. When you are ready, making your way back up. Leaving those legs as 90-90. Coming into that forward fold position over that right leg. So those hands can be by your side. They can be out in front. Whatever is feeling good for you. See if you can press that shin down a little bit more, really getting into that hip, making sure that spine is nice and long. We breathe here for 3, for 2. So good for 1. Oh my goodness, that side feels really good. Slowly making your way out of that. We're going to shift ourselves, taking those hands back one more time and windshield wiper those legs. Oh, just releasing for that right hip. Okay, and then more swipes, we're going to come into our tabletop position. So coming onto those hands and to those knees, and you get to choose for a moment here whether those toes are going to be tucked or untucked. We're just going to kind of let your body have a little free play in your tabletop. So just moving around, you can close your eyes, you can do cat and cow, you can take whatever feels good for you. Maybe try shifting the hands so that the fingertips face out in tabletop and see what that feels like for you versus having them forward. You can play around, maybe it's just a slight turn out, toes can be tucked. Just notice what feels good through your body here. Playing it out, feeling it out, moving it out. Creating space and circulation into all of those areas. Okay, taking one more breath in there. And then slowly, we're gonna make our way down onto the belly. Okay, so all the way down onto the belly. You could take those feet about shoulder distance apart. Take those hands just slightly in front so you can rest your forehead down. Just give a wiggle of those hips. So a lot of us carry tension through hips, tight low backs, just giving a little wiggle from right to left through those hips. Okay, we're gonna work the low back here just a little bit, getting a little flexion through the spine. So taking those hands beside you, you can either come into upward dog or just a little baby cobra. You can also take the hands out wider if that feels better for you. We're just gonna flow here for a moment, breathing in to lift and exhaling to release. Now, what I want you to look at or notice, you can't really look, is trying not to activate the glutes. As you come up, focus simply on pushing the belly and the pelvis into the floor and focusing on that low back strength. Now, some of you might be able to take the hands away. You've got that big, strong low back, which I do not. So I do need my hands to support. We're gonna do one more big breath in and hold at the top. Breathe here for 3. Relax the glutes. For 2. And for 1. Slowly lower yourself back down. Take your left arm out to a T, palm facing down. Take your right hand underneath the chest. You're gonna roll over onto that left side body. Okay, you can take the right foot behind you if that feels okay. We're getting into the chest and shoulder here, or you can keep your feet stacked, whatever feels good. I like to get a little openness here through that side. You can rest your forehead, side of head down towards your mat. You can also have your arm in cactus. So if you don't feel much of a stretch with the arm extended, change your shape to that cactus, 90-degree bend through that elbow. We breathe here for 3. For 2, and for 1. Okay, slowly rolling back onto the belly. We're going to keep that right leg bent in. Take the left arm up in front, reach your right hand back to grab the top of the right foot, coming into a quad stretch right side. So we just stretched the left side chest, shoulder. Now we're going into quad right side. Okay, breathing here. Now, a couple options. You can come into a little bit of a back bend. Big breath in and then exhale to release with a little bit of a flow. You can practice on holding that foot, kicking that foot into the hand, getting some tension there and releasing that, giving a pull. You can stay static and just focusing on that quad. Make sure you have a slight tuck of that tail. Activate through those glutes. Taking a big breath in here and a big breath out. We'll do that one more time, whether you're movement or static. One more big breath in. And then slowly release that leg down. Good. Take both of those hands back up towards the face. Give that nice little rock through those hips one more time. Good. Just that nice little wiggle. Just going to turn myself so I don't have my back to you guys. All right. And then we'll release that little wiggle. We'll take the right arm now out to extension to the side, palm facing down or cactus. Left hand underneath chest, shoulder, rolling onto right side, hip. Here, remember, you can stack those legs if that feels better for you. I like taking that foot in behind. You can rest that head down if you have a cushion or a yoga block or onto your mat. You're breathing into that right side shoulder, chest, option being cactus. You can also take that left arm up and behind as well. Okay, I'm gonna not do that. That's tight for myself. Take one more big breath in here. Nice job. Okay, slowly rolling back over onto the belly, leaving a left leg bent this time. Right arm comes back overhead, left hand reaches back towards that left foot. Again, you have those same options, whether you're gonna flow in movement, adding that little bit of tension. Maybe it's kicking into that hand. Maybe it's just holding static. So listening to what your body
is saying, ooh, this feels good for me. Static right now for me, focusing on that tuck of the tail. That is where I am at. We're breathing here for 3, for 2, and release on 1. Okay, let's take both of those hands up towards the face one more time. Take those feet about shoulder distance apart, wiggle those hips last time here. And when you are ready, slide those hands underneath chest, shoulders, press yourself up and back to a wide child's pose. So taking those knees nice and wide, just turning myself around, taking those toes to touch, pressing those hips back, walking those hands far forward. All right, let the chest, let the shoulders come towards the mat as much as you can. And then I want you to take 3 breaths here, breathing into that back body, into the hips, into the belly, creating lots of space. Do 1 more big breath in, and then release that out. Amazing, okay. Make your way back up to tabletop. We're gonna make our way onto our backs. So this is where you're going to need your strap towel prop. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water. You can make your way onto your back, hug your knees into the chest once you've made it there. And just giving a nice little rock from side to side, releasing anything if there's anything going on in that low back. Oh, it always feels good, this position, or happy baby, because you get to really get to have that nice stretch through the low back and hips. All right, from here, we're gonna place our left foot on the mat. So your left leg is gonna stay bent. You're gonna interlace those hands in behind the right leg, okay? So just near the hamstring there, you're gonna bring your foot into flexion. So pull your toes up towards your shin, and then you're gonna press that heel up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to bend. Good, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Ooh, get to notice how tight those hamstrings are. Inhale, lengthen. We're gonna hold this one here, pressing that leg up. Okay, so think of pulling those toes in as much as you can, pressing heel up, giving a slight little assistance pull with those hands. Take 1 more breath in there, and exhale. Leaving that leg in extension, leaving the hands where they are. You're gonna draw super slow rotations in that ankle. And I want you to make them as big as you can. Watch your foot to see what it's going to do. Point flex, right? A lot of us pull the toes in. Change your direction, make it hard. It is hard. The slower and the bigger you go, the more you're working in that joint. Okay, oh my goodness. Hug that knee back in towards the chest. Give that a little squeeze there. Where are we taking it? Okay, into our strap and into our band towel. Okay, so you're gonna hook that around the sole. We're still working on that right leg. Okay, back into that hamstring, press that heel up. Now you have the option here to straighten that left leg, or you can leave it bent, your choice. We're gonna do a little floss. So you're just gonna go from right to left with that leg, just prepping in through that hip. Don't really care what's happening through that right foot at the moment. The toes can be pulling in because that's gonna lengthen through the back of the leg. So you're just going a couple inches over to the right, a couple inches over to the left, prepping through that hip, okay. That feels good. All of the things, getting into maybe a bit of the IT band, the outside of the hip downwards, and also maybe a bit into that inner thigh. Okay, from here, we're gonna take that strap towel prop into the right hand. You're gonna take your left hand to your left hip bone and extend that left leg out, and then open that leg towards your right side. Okay, here I would love to see you pull those toes in towards the shin. Notice that your left hip hasn't lifted off of the mat. We wanna keep those hips neutral. Taking a big breath in here, and a big breath out. 1 more of those here, big breath in. Notice if you can maybe drop that leg a little bit more. Good, and then on your next breath in, slide that leg back in through center, exchange your hands. Left hand towards strap prop. Right hand this time is gonna come out to the T, and we're gonna cross that leg over. Remember, it doesn't have to go crazy far. Make sure that right shoulder stays rooted towards your floor, towards your mat, and then again, pull in those toes. You might notice a nice stretch through the inner thigh here, as well as the calf. Ooh, lots of feels here. Let's take 1 more big breath in. and out. Good. We'll inhale that leg to come back in through center. And then slowly release that strap or your prop off to the side. Oh my goodness. Lower that right leg down just for a moment. Take the feet wide and let those knees fall in towards one another. So they are supported. The hips, the back, everything should feel good here. But what you might feel is some good circulation and flow through that right side. Absolutely. Okay. So we're going to do all of that for the other side. So we're going to start by leaving that right foot and right leg bent, right foot on the floor. Interlace those hands in behind left leg. Okay. So we inhale, kick that heel up towards the ceiling. And then we exhale, bend. Good. Repeat that a few more times. Inhale, kick that heel up, prepping that hamstring. Exhale to release. Good. Inhale, press. Exhale, bend. This next one here, we're going to hold. Inhale, press. Hold. And then we start those big, slow, ankle rotations. So if you run or walk a lot, or if you had done a workout where there was lots of jumping, plyometrics, you will notice some interesting feels that are happening here, probably into the shin, maybe into the calf as well. Change the direction. Super slow, guys, as big as you can make it. Excuse me. Good. Okay. Keep those rotations going. Nice job. And then we'll bend that leg back in towards the chest. Ooh. Taking that prop, wrapping it around the sole of the left foot here. Okay. We come into that flossing action, pressing that leg back up. We take it from right to left a few times each way. Toes can be pulling in. Noticing side to side, the difference. Okay. Sometimes I swear it's like, I don't know if the left leg works harder or the right leg works harder. Depends on how I'm feeling that day. But man, oh man, can we feel a difference sometimes. All right, just going from right to left, a few inches each direction. Nice job. All right. From here, we will take that prop into the left hand. Right hand comes towards right hip. Right leg extends out if that feels okay for you. Open that left leg now out towards the left side. Remember, you would like to try to keep the right hip on your mat. Try not to roll and let it lift. Does not matter where that left leg is. You should just feel a nice stretch here, pulling in those toes. Big breath in and big breath out. Good. One more time. Big breath in here. Exhale. We'll inhale that leg to come back in through center, exchanging hands, right hand towards your prop, left hand comes to the T, left shoulder stays on your mat. Okay, flexing through those toes, breathing into all of those places that need that extra space. Big breath in, big breath out. One more time, big breath in. Okay, inhale that leg to come back in through center. Ooh, releasing that strap prop off to the side. We'll have both knees in towards the chest. Wrap the hands towards the shins first. Give yourself a little rock from right to left. And then again, we'll drop those feet down towards the mat. Take the feet wide, let the knees fall inwards one more time. So now you'll notice, hopefully, the same shift in energy through the left side as you did through the right. Giving those hips and low back a little breath. Take one more inhale. Good. Hug those knees back into the chest, this time taking the hands in behind those legs. Give yourself a couple of rocks along that spine, making your way up to seated. Okay. From here, we'll extend the left leg out in front. That right leg is going to come into up and over top of that right leg, up and over top of left. Wrap those hands towards that leg, lift off that right foot. Okay, giving that hug and squeeze. Your glutes and hips are tight. I got to rewrap my arms there. You might feel that in through that glute. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's nothing intense. No problem. Taking one more breath. And then we're going to release into figure four, seated figure four. So that right ankle is above the left knee. You may notice some tightness going on through that hip. Maybe you don't. Okay, so a couple of options here, depending on how tight that leg is. You can take that hand towards the knee, towards the foot,
to start, or you can keep your hands towards the shin if that feels good. I want you to sit super tall here, take a big inhale, and then you're gonna just shift your chest forward. I'm gonna turn myself so you guys can see. I want you to keep your spine nice and long. So as you shift forward, you might not feel like you're doing very much, but you're getting into that external rotation through that hip. So inhale to sit tall, exhale to fold. Now, some of you guys might be able to fold and come deeper, but don't lose that position of the spine. Whole spine, shifting and hinging from those hips. One more time, big breath in, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Here, we're gonna hold here. I want you to think of driving the knee open and down towards your mat. I want you to have both feet in flexion, toes are pulling up. You can maybe take those hands towards shin, ankle, foot, maybe. For my super bendy people, taking 3 more breaths just as you are. Inhaling and exhaling for 3. For 2, creating lots of space in through that hip. Ooh, and for 1, nice job. Okay, slowly releasing that. Extending that right leg out to join the left. Just give a little shake, a little whatever that feels good for those legs. All right, right leg is gonna stay out. Left leg bends in, comes up and over top of right leg. Give those arms a nice wrap to that left leg. Lift off that left foot, sit nice and tall. We just hold and breathe here. Flexing through those toes, big inhale, big exhale. Coming into your seated figure 4, left side. Left ankle just above that right knee. Sitting tall, flexing both feet, noticing a difference from side to side. Breath in, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Maybe your hinge, my hinge is super tiny on this side. My left hip is very tight. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to slightly fold, flat back. Good, 2 more there, breath in. Exhale, hinge. 1 more, breath in. Hinge and hold, making sure you have that beautiful flat back. You can change the position of those hands to what feels good for you, to shin, ankle, toes, cradling that left leg. Big breath in, big breath out. 1 more time, make sure the spine is long, big breath in, and big breath out. Good, coming out of that, releasing that left leg, extending it out, shake, shimmy, whatever feels good for you. We'll take now those soles of feet together, knees drop nice and wide, grabbing those hands towards the ankles, maybe elbows towards knees if you like that, press down. Maybe you wanna just see how it feels without the press. Take a big breath in here, and then forward fold. Okay, so elbows towards knees if that feels good. You can round through your spine here. You can also walk those hands forward, noticing how the hips are. So the higher up our knees, the more we need to work on that external rotation through the hips, releasing there, taking 1 more big breath in and out. Good. We're gonna finish with a nice forward fold with legs and extension. So bringing those knees towards one another, lengthening those legs back out. Flex through those toes, take a big breath in, reach those arms all the way up overhead. And then exhale forward for those legs. Reaching for toes, ankles, shins, whatever feels good for you. You can use your prop around those feet as well. Go round through your spine, lengthen through your spine, bend through the knees. So many options. You are listening to what feels good for your body. Breathing here for 3. For 2. And for 1. Amazing, amazing, amazing job. You should feel like you've opened some things up a little bit, some nice slow movements, nice breath connection to the body as well. That was 29 minutes of movement, of stretching, of mobility, all of the stuff that we know we all need more of that we maybe don't do. That's okay. We're doing all of the things, all of the things. Hope you guys feel good. Hope you enjoyed that. And I will see you all soon. Bye, everyone.